Hi Cancer, this is Joanna from Tarot with Joanna, here to do another reading. Hello, hello, hello. So Cancer, in today's reading, I'm going to give you two of the Archangel Michael cards. Going to do your reading and then clarify it. So let us get started. All right, so Cancer, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. And just wanted to tell you guys, thank you for sticking with me. I didn't do last week's readings because I was so overwhelmed with everything that's going here in Texas. So it is a lot that's going on. So a lot of energy. So remember to have patience for everything. Okay, guys. All right, so let's get started. Cancer. This is for Cancer spirit for their highest good. This is for Cancer. Two cards for Cancer. Two cards for Cancer. And I have no, it's not time yet. This is not the divine right time to take action. Please be patient. The opportunity moment is approaching. Wow. So whatever it is that you're trying to do, I feel like you need to pause it and just really, really gather your thoughts. Okay. Because I feel like you just don't rush into anything. Okay. Because they're asking you to, it's not the time yet. Not yet. All right. So let's see what else is going on. Says you are protected. You are safe with my bubble of light. You can proceed with confidence. Wow. So definitely you're very protected by the archangels, especially Archangel Michael out there protecting you, from any harm. So that's very nice to have. Divinely guided, divinely protected. Very nice. All right, so Cancer, let's see what's going on in your reading. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Cancer. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. All right. One for the current. One for the situation. One for the past. One for what's hidden. One for, oh, okay. One for the hopes and fears. One for what you need to do now. Oh. One for what you need to work on. And the outcome. My goodness. Okay. Very nice, very nice. Here we go. All right, so so you start off with the Knight of Swords. You're very ambitious, very excited. I feel like you have that drive to go forward, but I feel like they're asking you to not rush into anything. Really take your time about making decisions or anything that you're trying to do. Really, because this is fast movement right now that's coming through. So really be careful, okay? Don't rush on decisions or anything like that. I feel like you need to take a leap of faith. You have the Fool card for the situation. I feel like there is a new beginning, but you need to really take a leap of faith, like take chances and see the opportunities and the possibilities around you. You have the King of Cups for the past. I feel like it's now. I feel like you're very emotionally balanced, but I feel like you still need to show your emotions, like really let them out when you feel like crying, or or you need to speak your truth about things, really. But I do feel like you have your emotions really balanced. I feel like you're not going to take it out on one person or the other, that you know how to handle yourself. And then you have the Two of Pentacles here. The Two of Pentacles is talking about, really trying to you need to start taking it easy because you're trying to juggle everything. I feel like there's traveling here. I feel like you need to find your patience. Then you have the Ten of Wands here for the hopes and fears. I feel like you're carrying a lot on your shoulder right now, trying to do a lot of things, taking on extra responsibility, maybe, you're trying to help everyone and you need to really start setting boundaries. You have the Moon card here, and the Moon card is talking about trusting your intuition, really not seeing things clearly. I feel like you're not seeing what you need to do clearly either. You have the Eight of Swords here for what you need to work on. You're talking about like having negative thoughts, not really wanting to see what's in front of you or dealing with any situations that you need to deal with. We'll see why it's here. Then you have the Four of Wands for the outcome, which is very nice. I feel like there's going to be some kind of celebration. I feel like there's a coming home. I feel like a get together, like party. I feel like a homecoming, maybe also. But I feel like you're just moving forward, definitely, which is very nice. Very nice, Cancer. Very nice. All right, so let's get to it. Cancer, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Cancer. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Here we go. Okay. You have the Knight of Swords. Why is the Knight of Swords here for Cancer? Wow. Wow, that's nice. Very nice, you guys. Very nice. So you do have the Knight of Swords here, and then you also got the Page of Swords, so it's very nice. You could be wanting to learn something new. Like I said, don't rush into anything. Like really, really take your time about decisions, you know, about opportunities or even contracts, signing things. Okay, really take your time. Really look at everything. You do have the Page of Swords here, and the Page of Swords is talking about, you know, you could be learning something new. I feel like you need to speak your truth and see the truth in things also, because for some reason you don't speak your truth, and you really need to start seeing it and speaking it. Okay. Oh, I just saw 222 on the clock. Thank you, Spirit. But with the, like I said, but with the Page of Swords here, I feel like you're going to have a lot of new ideas. I feel like you're very curious about learning something new. You're wanting to learn something, like you want some kind of change to come through. I feel like you're going to communicate better. You need to. If you're not, you're going to. I feel like you need to have patience for everything, but see the truth in everything before you start speaking your truth. Like, don't go and press on other people, you know, even though, you know, like false information, gossiping, stuff like that. I feel like you need to think positive about things, okay? Because the sun is shining on you, the light is there, you know. Really think positive, because it's coming in. If you're not being positive, well, you're going to see the light, that everything's going to fall into place for you. So it's nice. I like this. Very nice. I feel like you're going to be happy, you're going to be useful, you're going to be like overjoyed, you're going to be like, oh, hey, life is good, you know, stuff like that. So it's good for you. That's good, Cancer. I'm happy for you. Then you have the full card, yes. Why is the full card here in the situation? One more card. Wow. All right, so there is a new beginning here that is coming through for you. They want you to take a leap of faith, like take a chance on things, okay? Really try to see this path clearly. Maybe you're not seeing things clearly. Maybe you don't know what's ahead, you know. But I feel like you're very uncertain about what you want, you know. Like you're not really seeing things clearly like you should. I feel like you need to trust your intuition and use your intuition also. But I still feel like you have the Five of Wands, and the Five of Wands is talking about, you know, having that anxiety, having that anger still for something. You know, you're very uncertain about what's going to happen next, you know. And they want you to really start thinking clearly, really leave this behind. Because you do have the Eight of Swords here. You have the Moon card again. And the Moon card is talking about uncertain things. Like you're not really certain about what's going to happen. And that's the Moon doing that to you. But really get away from this anger, okay? This frustration, this anxiety. Because there is a new beginning coming in. So that's nice. Whew, that's nice. And then you have the King of Cups. The King of Cups is saying that you're very emotionally balanced. You know how to handle your emotions. And you do. You know, don't go get mad at anybody or, you know, cuss anybody out. Really learn to use your emotions, handle your emotions, okay? And then you have the Two of Pentacles here. Why is the Two of Pentacles here for Cancer? One more card. Wow. Okay. All right. So I feel like you're very busy. I feel like you're very busy right now. That you're really not seeing things like you should be, because you have the Two of Pentacles here. You have You know, you're trying to juggle everything. You're trying to keep your life, your kids, your family, your home, your work, you know, your finances, everything. You're trying to juggle everything at once, and you really got to start taking it easy, okay? There's a lot of things that you're not really seeing. I feel like there's traveling here for some of you guys, and I feel like there's a decision that you're trying to make. But there's a lot of things also that you're not wanting to see with the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is asking you, take off that blindfold and really see things for what they are. You know, really start taking care of yourself and your health, because I'm getting that health a lot here. Take care of yourself. You know, like, you know, you're doing things for everybody else, but you're not doing anything for yourself. You know, really take a moment to look at yourself, to take care of yourself. Like, make those appointments. You know, go to the doctor when you need to, because it's time. Okay. But I also feel like you need to trust your intuition and start dealing with everything that's going on in your life, like the situations that are just lingering there. You know, it could be with your kids, because I'm getting a lot with the children, with the kids. Like, maybe you need to really talk to them more, or really find out what's going on in their lives, because there's something going on here. And I'm getting that very strong. So really take the blindfold off when you're making decisions. Also, really look at everything and be objective. You have the Page of Cups here, and the Page of Cups is talking about following your heart, trusting your intuition, getting good news. Also, I feel like there's some kind of news coming through. You know, really open your heart. Okay, really open your heart. Really follow your heart and trust your intuition. Okay, because you need that. And they're also asking you to have compassion and forgiveness. There's something here about, you know, because I feel like there could be somebody coming back also with an apology, because it's the Page of Cups. Page of Cups is usually like, you know, opening your heart, you know, opening your heart, having that compassion. Could be opportunities also, just having forgiveness in your heart. Okay, so just know that. You have the Ten of Wands here, and why is the Ten of Wands here for the hopes and fears? One more card. Wow. Oh, so you're feeling very overwhelmed right now. You know, you're trying to do everything for everybody. You know, you're taking on more responsibility than you should. You know, you're taking the kids, you're taking somebody's nieces or whatever, nephews, whatever. You're doing more than you should, and you're very overwhelmed with everything. You know, if it's not the problems, then you're doing everything else, you know, and they really want you to start taking care of yourself, you know, start setting boundaries, saying no. It's time to communicate better like that. It's time to start speaking your truth, because you're not doing any of that. You're trying to do everything for everybody, but yet everybody, it's like, you know what? You got to start saying no, Cancer, okay? Because you need to change that. You are definitely going to, because you have the Judgment card. The Judgment is here and saying, it's saying, you know what, the old ways are no more. You know, you're going through this judgment, and it's going to come through, and you're going to change things. You're no longer going to feel like you need to do everything for everybody. You're going to be able to say no. You know, even though it hurts other people, you're still going to be able to do it. You're going to be like, no, I can't right now. And it's going to be like, what? I just said no, you know, things like that. So just be ready for that. I feel like you're ready to move forward. I feel like you already know that what you want to do. I feel like there's some kind of partnership here. I feel like there's a lot of achievements. I feel like you're going to be moving forward, because things are going to change. Very nice. I like that. Very nice. Have patience. Find your patience also. You could also be traveling very soon. Then you have the Moon card. And why is the Moon card here, and what you need to do now? One more card. Wow. So like I said, with the Moon card, you know, trusting, maybe you're not seeing things clearly, you know, maybe you're very uncertain about what you want to do next, you know, because you do have this Moon card here, and then you have the Four of Cups. If you see the Four of Cups, you look at her, she's just looking out. She's not paying attention to all these cups that are there. She's not looking at that big one that has a rainbow. She's not looking at anything. She's just there, you know, looking at things, not really caring. They're asking you to really change that, okay? It may be the moon that's doing that to you, but I feel like you just need to really try your best to be focused, because you're very disconnected right now. They want you to start. You're gonna, for some of you guys, you could be moving, because this is the Chariot. This is your card, Cancer, actually. So you came into your own reading. There's opportunities around you, but you need to really pay attention. Okay, start focusing. I also feel like you're definitely going to be moving forward. I feel like you need to start taking control of things in your home, in your family, wherever it is. You need to start taking control of it. Okay, start dealing with everything, even though you don't want to see it, you don't want to deal with it. It's time. You need to start changing things, because it's going to make things better for you. And I do feel like you're trying to move forward. And there is traveling here. You have the Eight of Swords here, and why is the Eight of Swords here for what you need to do now? One more card. Wow. So definitely a lot of not really thinking right. You know, a lot of, maybe you're thinking negative. You know, I just feel like you're in your mind a lot. You know, I feel like feel like you're trapped. You could be feeling like you're trapped because you can't move forward. This person here, they're, you know, their eyes are closed with blindfold, and you know, they could easily move forward, get away from the swords, but they don't want to. It's like they hesitate so much to do it. And that's you. They want you to move forward. They want you to try to, you know, start dealing with the situations that are in your house, that are in your work, whatever it is. You know, it's not going to change until you change it. You know, things are going to push you forward. Trust me, they will. There is a lot of things that are going to go on. So you just need to be ready and know that, to take that blindfold off and really see things for what they are. There is a end of a cycle here, so a new beginning is trying to come through for you, which is really nice. I like that. You're like, it's going to change, so be ready for that. And I also feel like there is a lot of changes coming through. You also have the Tower card. Tower card is going to change a lot, so be ready. Okay, this is a big change that's coming through, so just know that. And in Cancer, you have the Four of Wands for the outcome. And why is the Four of Wands here? One more card. Wow. Wow, this is nice. Okay. So you do have the Four of Wands here, and then you have the Knight of Pentacles. You know, the Four of Wands is talking about celebration. Somebody could be getting married. You could be going there, but definitely moving forward. You are going to be moving forward, okay, because things are going to change, so it's good. Just have patience for everything, okay? You've been working very hard. Things are going to change for you, but they're going to change for the better, because it's going to push you in a different direction, so it's good. I like this. Have patience, though, okay? And then you have the Eight of Pentacles, which is beautiful. All that hard work that you've been doing, it's going to pay off very soon. You're going to have that material success. I feel like you need to not give up on anything that you're trying to achieve. Like if you want a promotion or you want something, don't give up on it, because all your efforts are going to pay off very soon. Okay, I feel like could be a promotion for you at work. I feel like they could be an offer, but I definitely feel like there's something here bigger. Like it's going to come in, but you just got to have patience, okay? Because things are moving slowly, but it's going to come in. You're just got to have patience, okay? Be really patient. Wow. All right. So, Cancer, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. God bless.